Stretch. All right, guys, I thought it would be fun to go through my graphic design career to date. I want you guys to know that I'm not, I don't consider myself like a high-level professional graphic designer. I'm a guy who likes design, tries to do design a lot, tries to get better, actively get better at design. So let's hop into the career, the jobs that I've had so far where I did a lot of design stuff. And I'll talk about some, but not all of the design stuff I did at each job. Okay, first, I worked at a company called EG Robotics. The EG stands for Electronic Genius. Actually, this is when I was my sophomore and possibly junior year in college. I wasn't really into graphic design at the time. I was more like a lot of admin kind of stuff. So I just redid this website for them. Obviously, there wouldn't be like a gray bar up here, but I don't know, that's just part of the screenshot. Anyways, I just put like 4 clear sections on the front of what parents might like to do when they get there. Next, just started designing some of these flyers. They look better in person because they weren't like this gray color. I don't know why they look gray right now. Just some snapshots I took. But normally they'd be all white, so it's better contrast. Anyways, this was it. What's an interesting thing to note is that at the time, I did not know Illustrator at all. At all. What I used to create everything that you see, except for the images, I didn't create those are pictures, was Adobe Flash. So yes, I was creating like very vectory things that would be 10 times easier to create in Illustrator. I was making them in Flash. I don't think I'd ever watched an Illustrator tutorial in my life at that time. The one on the left is another flyer, and the thing on the right is actually a deck. It's a cover deck for a little game. It was pretty cool. So here's like a little look at the cards printed out. So we made a bunch of different, like each card had a different role. So I had to make some icons and then do a little bit of a layout and then add some images in the middle. So that was when I was about 19. I was not studying graphic design at all. I had nothing. I knew nothing. I just, I tried to make fun stuff. Okay, next up, I worked at, this was probably when I was 20 or 21. I still did not want to be a graphic designer at this time. This was probably, what would that be, like junior or senior year in university now? I had an internship for a company called Tenrec Inc. They build and maintain websites for large law firms in the U.S. So in this internship role, it was not design at all. A lot of things I did was just find bugs and stuff with a lot of the web firms' websites, and then what I would do is kind of translate that to the developers, and hopefully the developers would fix that stuff. So we used to use a little CMS, content management system. It was pretty good, pretty cool. But after like 2 months of using it, I decided, hey, you know what? I want to give myself a little challenge, a design challenge, see if I can spruce up the UI and also how it actually flowed. So here's a redesign I did of that. So just spruced up some colors and made it a little bit more, I don't know, edgy, a little bit more modern. But actually what you don't see is that I switched up like locations of a lot of stuff because I'd been using it for 2 months, and I had a first-hand experience with which buttons I used, which stuff I didn't use. So there's some stuff I just like got rid of or moved it to a less noticeable location. There's another screen. There's actually a lot of screens. I redid, I think, most of it. But yes, okay. And then I finished this internship and I decided to leave to Los Angeles, which I still don't know if it was the greatest decision, but I think it is because I think my life's a lot harder now and uncomfortable, but it's far more interesting now. So we'll see. But my first job I got in Los Angeles was at a company called Cinema Now. There used to be a website called cinemanow.com. And I'm pretty sure it's dead now or got bought by somebody else or something. What I did was, here, I'm using Netflix as an example because I don't have any screenshots from what our storefront actually looked like, but it didn't look too dissimilar to this. It looked pretty similar. So my role was, if you look at this Netflix screen, somebody had to choose like that image for Stranger Things when a movie studio or film studio makes something, they also make a whole bunch of artwork. They give you like a bunch of screenshots you can use, and they make some artwork, and they have like some text elements, assets that you can use. And so if you're somebody who works at Netflix or where I worked at Cinema Now, then I could get entrance to intranets. So then let's say Stranger Things just came out, and I needed to make that like what we call a hero banner on the website. I would go in there, and then I'd go into whatever studio produced Stranger Things. Anyways, I'd go into their intranet, and then I would choose like the coolest either screenshot, or you can see from what Netflix has chosen on this one is one of the artworks they've made. So I would do that, and then in my role, let's say I got that image for Stranger Things, I would crop it to like 7 different sizes or something. Like all the images you see below here for Stranger Things, Okja, Glow, 13th, Master of None. So I would have to go in and choose images for all of those, and then update all of those. And sometimes I'd get to be a little bit creative, more and sometimes we would do like put together a little get-together library of movies. So you're like rom-coms from the 80s. And so then a lot of times my friend next to me, my coworker, Kristen, sometimes would choose all the movies for it, and then I'd try to make like a little cover image that would be like rom-coms of the 80s. Okay, and then after that, my second job in Los Angeles, I worked for a company called Pool House LA, which was a smaller private label for a bigger fashion company called Montu Inc. So what I did there was probably like 80% of my time was making and designing graphic t-shirts that we would try to sell to places like Macy's, Tilly's. I don't know if you know Tilly's, but it's a big chain store here in California. And then sometimes, hopefully, if we could, we'd try to sell to like Urban Outfitters and other places. So I would put together maybe like 8 to 10 designs, and then my coworkers would put together 8 to 10 designs, and we'd try to show like 4 or 5 sheets to buyers from Macy's, and they'd say, hey, I like that guy. I like that one. I like that one. If we're lucky, and they'd buy, you know. So these are an example of a few I made. So these are for the a little bit older stage, like a 12, 13-year-old. So we have I Speak Emoji, See You Never, Free Spirit. So I really had to get into the mindset of like, what would be cute and also a little bit of attitude. So I can walk through some of the designs I made. This is one of my personal favorites, Moody, just with a bunch of different moody emojis. And then this one says roses are red. This one is blue. just to mess with your psyche a little bit. One thing that was popular was a California thing. Oh, this one was sold. And these were for the men's line that possibly we could have made. I really like these ones. I might have worn some of these myself. So I have like an Elton John one and a Chuck Berry one. And then like Sunny Days. It's kind of cool, I guess. And then I got in this habit of, that's Warhol, by the way, in the middle. I got a little trend of putting like just items on a t-shirt. So this one's, it looks like a Coke can, but it just says juice. And this one, I think it just says glue on it. It's a glue bottle. Oh, this one's boom, and then a cardboard box, like a boom box. So these are kind of some concepts for like women's shirts. Just a little bit more subtle, I guess. This one's like a coffee addict, and the lines come down and make a little coffee cup. Ooh, pretty clever. This one says Los Angeles, and then between Los and Angeles, it makes a little Los Angeles skyline cityscape. So these would be more for the younger girls, like 6 to 10 or whatever, maybe younger even, maybe like 4 to 10. Mostly, like if their mom or somebody shopping with them, they say, "Oh, that's so cute! I should put that on my little baby," and then they buy it. So that's cool. So this was My Bed Is Calling, and it has like the green and the red. Answer or not answer on your iPhone, some music stuff. Let's get it popping with some bubbles. Total boss, and then you got some money things on boss. I really like that one. Honestly, I might wear that one myself. Here's a little Egypt themed one. And this is I searched the galaxy for you. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you found me. Oh, yeah. Okay, here's more men's stuff. Honestly, if I could make a t-shirt line myself, it would probably be just stuff like this one. Especially this T-ception shirt. I just have like a shirt on a shirt. It says T-ception. And this one, it just says call me. And then like a random phone number I chose. And some guy, I don't know. It's awesome. Oh, yeah. And then I just put more random elements on stuff. Like this is a pop bottle. It's a honey jar. At this point in my career, it hasn't been that long, but what I really want to do is, I think my skill set is good for a foundation, a little bit of a foundation. What I'd like to do is get a job at like a really cool or interesting creative agency that works on a lot of different projects with other designers who are on like my level or higher, hopefully, and like a really good art director and creative director who I can work with like all the time every day and be like, oh, thank you for helping me improve. Oh, that's a great feeling. That's what I would like to do next in my career if I can find somewhere that I could help out at. Yes. So that is a rundown of my career so far. Remember, don't think to yourself, ooh, I'll enjoy it when I'm a good designer. Nah, just enjoy whatever you make now, but never lose the emphasis of trying to get better. Okay, guys, thanks so much for watching. Let me know if you enjoy, like, I don't know, these different kinds of videos, just a little glimpses into my life. I don't know. Anyways, hopefully it was helpful, though. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And I will catch you maybe tomorrow, unless this is a Friday. I don't know what day it is. Okay, bye guys. Catch you later. I miss you and I appreciate you so much. Bye.